Hi, today is the 17th of April. Welcome to our meditation on grace. I would like to read in Proverbs chapter 7, verses 1 to 4. My son, keep my words and store up my commandment within you. Keep my commandments and you will live. Guard my teachings as the apple of your eye. Bind them on your fingers, write them on the tablet of your heart. Say to wisdom, you are my sister, and to insight, you are my relative. Why is it so important to write the commandments of God in your fingers? I believe it is so you can see them all the time. It has to be written somewhere where you can see them. And then at the same time, you will write them on the tablet of your heart. You're going to keep them inside you. Wisdom will be your sister, and insight your relative. They'll be so close to you. Why is it so important to keep God's commandment? Because he's writing to his child here, and it is as if God was writing to us, his children. He says here, we need that to keep us from seductive words. So that's why we need to keep it against these words that are they're coming our way to destroy us. So he's going to tell a parable, a story about this woman, this prostitute, and this young man. He's looking through the window and he sees this young man who had no sense, he says in verse 11. At twilight, as the day was fading, as the dark of night set in, the man went to see the prostitute. It is interesting to see that we all try to do what is wrong when night sets in. When the day fades, that's when we prefer doing things when they're not right. We don't do them in the light, we do them in the darkness. And then he goes to see this woman in this parable, and the woman's feet, she could not stay home, so she was everywhere looking for someone. It's an example of seduction, of temptation. And the man goes towards that temptation. It is her way of speaking. It will start with a religious speech when she says, "Today I fulfilled my vows, and I have food from my fellowship offering at home. So I came out to meet you, looked for you, and I have found you." She has gone to church. She's been to the temple. She has done her religious duties. She even has got food from the fellowship offering at the tabernacle or at the temple. It sounds nice because it is religious. But at the end, the text says, at once he followed her like an ox going to the slaughter. He is going to die. His soul is going to die. His spirit is probably dead already. Even his body might die. He's like a deer stepping into a noose till an arrow pierces his liver. Like a bird darting into a snare, little knowing it will cost him his life. It all started well. It started with a religious speech, but it's going to finish in death. Her house is a highway to the grave, leading down to the chambers of death or the chambers of hell. It is very sad, but it is the story of many people. Why? Because they didn't know God. Because they didn't listen to what God was saying. So wisdom, it's very important. So it will keep us away from that snare. It will keep us away from the house of temptation. And when the snake comes our way to tempt us, to seduce us, we say, "Go away, serpent. I know who you are." God bless you.